What is your American dream?
My American dream is for everyone to just be equal, like no matter your skin color, gender, sexuality. Yeah, I just want everyone to be equal so that everybody can be happy and there's no violence.
My American dream was just to be able to attend school and professionally and, being recognized as a chef.
Fighting for other people, since I know that I'm very privileged in being a white woman in the United States. It sucks. I do have that power in the States, which shouldn't be possible, but it is. So I really want to just do my part today at least and just stand up for other people that aren't like me.
Peace, love, and happiness worldwide.
I just want to live in an America where me and my two cousins can be safe and don't have to get judged by the color of our skin.
My American dream would be that everyone gets treated the same, no matter what their race, culture, creed, or sexual orientation. Everyone gets treated the same. By the police officers, by the politicians, by every citizen. Everyone gets treated the same.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Oh, hello! I'm just out in the park again, playing hide-and-go-seek with the squirrels. I don't know if you know it, but I'm actually part of the squirrel family. Yep, groundhogs are large squirrels. True fact. Haha. Anyway, in case you missed yesterday's episode of Brad Show Live, tax attorney Carmela Walrond and criminal attorney David Moreno came in studio to speak with Brad about attorney-client privilege because on Monday, Donald Trump's attorney Michael Cohen's office got raided by the FBI. I tell ya, if the FBI raided my office, all they'd find is my stockpile of vegetables and pretzels. Then we had personal injury attorney Moshe Barak come on and talk about the $25,000 settlement he got for his client who's a taxi driver and suffered a soft tissue injury in a cab accident. Yay, Moshe! What's on today's show? Well, you'll have to watch and see. Okay, time to go play with the squirrels. See you later. Hoo-hoo! I'll buy you a pretzel. Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh my God, look at all the pretzels!
I gotta move over. Apparently, I'm not in the right position. Still not in the right position. I gotta move over. Hello, everybody. Hello. And to answer your question, Jonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, and Belgium Kim, Jonathan says to me, while we're watching Groundhog Sam, he goes, "Who came up with this?" And what?
You know you was gonna put me on
blast. Yeah. Who came up with Groundhog Sam?
It's a fair question.
Well, there was Groundhog's Day in whatever day it is
February 2nd.
February 2nd. I don't even remember what day it is.
It's my sister's birthday. That's the only reason why I know.
So Groundhog's Day was February 2nd, and we had a big celebration for Groundhog's Day, and we brought out Groundhog Sam, to come out and say 6 more weeks of winter, and he was such a sensation.
He was a hit.
He was such a hit that he was only on a 1-day contract, this Groundhog Sam, and we thought, we'll bring him back every Groundhog's Day. Yet now he's every day is Groundhog's Day here on Brad Show Live.
That's awesome.
And he lives in the law firm now.
Wow. Does he work?
He does not work. He's like kind of like more like a mascot. He walks around. He like pops in on people. He sleeps here. He eats here. He knows the combination to get into the bathroom. It's a whole.
He has a key card?
He has a key card for the bathroom. Right. I didn't give him I didn't give him the combination for the safe. Just the combination. Just the combination for the bathroom. So that's how Groundhog Sam started. Now he's a regular.
Awesome.
He's a regular on the show now, Groundhog Sam.
One
day someone else is going to come on and they're going to say, "How did Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias come on the show?
Exactly like Groundhog Sam.
Exactly like it was a one-day contract. And now all of a sudden, Jonathan lives here.
I live here,
he showers here, sleeps here.
All of that.
He does everything.
I actually already got that question.
What?
I got the question from my mentor, Emmy J. She texted me one day and she was like, who's the new guy? Do we like him? How do we feel about him? I'm reserving judgment until I know how you feel.
Wait, whoa. She doesn't need to reserve judgment based on how you feel.
She's my ride or die.
I understand that, but all she has to do is watch and see this guy Yo-Yo.
He's
okay. By the way, who came up with Yo-Yo? I don't even like it, but now it's kind of like sticking to me.
See?
All right, this guy Jonathan Yo-Yo Elliott. This guy's a star with a capital S. A star. We don't need to reserve.
A star, I tell you.
That's right. All of
He's gonna be big.
I don't know. He's gonna be very big. Very big one day. Very big.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
That was actually exactly what I responded to. I was like,
you said he's going to be a star.
We love Yo-Yo very much.
Right.
He's going to be a star.
He's going to be a star. You know what? You know, about 9 months ago, I got an email from my 8th grade gym coach. He said, yes, my 8th grade gym coach emailed me. He said, where did Belgium Kim come from? What happened to the old SMG? and he asked, and he goes, do we like Belgium Kim?
That's fair.
And, you know, because I'm not going to make anybody do any more laps until, you know, I figure this one out. And he also reminded me to set back my clock because it was daylight savings time. I mean, what a great gym, what a great 8th grade gym coach, right?
He's really still doing the most.
Yes. He's really. I mean, that your gym coach doesn't remind you to set back the clock ever.
I don't even remember my gym coach.
You don't remember his name?
No.
Yeah, Mr. O'Brien.
8th grade.
He emails me every year. He's a weird guy. He emails me while here for once a year, and he's like,
what?
Brad, he used to call, now it's an email. I guess now he got more
very
into
hip.
Right. And he goes, Brad, I guess this is his joke. He's like, Brad, I know you haven't heard from me in a long time. I'm just reminding you to set back your coach. Wow. It's Mr. O'Brien, your 8th grade gym coach. And it's the only time I ever hear from the guy.
What?
That is insane.
Insane,
Does
right?
he do this to all of his past
I don't
Genius.
know. But he's got a lot of people to call if he's doing it to all his students.
It was a call for
I must have been some athlete back then that he remembers me, right?
Did you play sports?
No, I had a bad knee. But I was more like the water boy, you know, boiling the water on the side.
Wow.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's a lasting connection right
there. That is a lasting connection. And he asked me about you. And he wanted to know what happened to the old SMG.
What did you say, Brad?
I said, you don't have to reserve judgment. She's fabulous. She's going to be a star.
Hey.
She's going to be a star. And for everybody, all the stars out there, by the way, we have other stars as well.
We do.
All right?
Absolutely
We have lots of stars. Christy Consali, she's a star.
Yes.
Beverly Thompson, star.
Yes.
All right, Neezy wants more of a star than most. Mark Green, big star.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And hello to Dawn Harriet. And Marsha, never give up Reed Powell.
Wow.
Never give up Reed Powell. I love it. I love it. Now imagine if she was in 8th grade, okay, on the back of her 8th grade gym, you know, they get the gym uniform.
Yeah.
It would say, never give up.
Powell.
That would be a great name on the back of a jersey, right?
That's a Coach Carter
yes,
name right
right? Coach probably would love her. Lisa Bling Rose. I don't know if the coach would have loved her or not.
Bling.
Hey, Bling, you got to do another lap.
Bling Rose, one more.
One more lap, Bling Rose. One more lap.
Isn't that great?
Dawn Harriet, how are you? Kennedy Roy. Who's Kennedy Roy? Is he new?
Kennedy Roy has been in the comments for the last few days, but
yes,
it was
hello,
the first
Kennedy
time that I saw him
Roy.
there.
And that was on Spar and Bernstein.
Yep.
And for everybody I just said hello to, please share this with your friends and family. And the people I did not say hello to, please share this with your friends and family. Yeah. And on Bradshaw Live, which is also our Facebook feed, we got Cordella Willery, first in the comments.
Already shared.
Jenna Shauna, Christy Consali. She's riding both places.
Hey, we love that. We like
She's
that.
riding both places. Smiley Smith, Tanette Sobless Robinson, Dionne Watson, Tamika Nelson. Say hi to Kevin for us.
Kevin Kevin Legacy that was in the comments the
No,
other day?
Kevin, Tamika's husband.
Yeah, well, remember when I said we have a new guy named Kevin Legacy?
Oh, that was Kevin from Jamaica?
Kevin. Yeah.
But he's not Kevin Legacy. That's not his name.
I know, he's Kevin Tamika, obviously.
No, he's not Kevin Tamika. He's Kevin from Jamaica. Come on, we all know that. He's all right. He can't disguise himself as Kevin Legacy.
Now we know.
All right, he's Kevin from Jamaica. That's how we know him. All right, Dionne Watson. Hello. Malia Loban Martin. Who else do we have to say? Carlette Harrison. Groundhog Sam is watching. Shriekus Taylor, formerly known as Vikisha. I don't know why she changed her name. Ma Dukes. Who else? David Gabriel.
Yeah, we love David.
Yeah.
Bonjour, David.
Have anyone heard that Saturday will be about 80 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New York, it will be. If
No
you were
more
in Jamaica,
jackets.
and if you were in Jamaica, it was 80 degrees for the last 4 months.
Right.
All right, but in New York, it will be 80 degrees. I did hear that. And Tamika Nelson says, yep, David, yep, it's going to be. And Monica Stone, there's too many people to say hello to, so I'm going to say hello to everybody. And please, everybody, this is the time where you take out your thumb, your finger, whatever you got, your elbow, your left foot, and please share this with your friends and family. Please let the people in the world know. Please let them know that we exist, that we're here to help. We're here to give immigration advice. We're also here to have some fun.
Yes.
I told you the other day, I don't know if were you here when I told you that I met somebody, they're like, I love watching, I don't have an immigration issue, I don't participate in any of the comments. I think the most fun is the Brad Squad because
That's awesome.
because they're so funny. And she goes, I don't even listen to you, Brad.
Oh, well, that part
She
isn't
just,
too
that
awesome,
part wasn't so awesome. I mean, she does listen to me, but she's like, I come just to watch the comments in the Brad Squad.
I honestly feel like
Right.
the selfie is the biggest part of that story.
Yes,
wanted
and
to
she
take
took a selfie.
with
She
them.
took a selfie with
She was
me.
like, can we take a selfie?
Right,
Wow.
but she
I feel
wanted
like
me
that's
to.
when you get
But
it.
she wanted me to let the Brad Squad know that they are hilarious.
That means you guys are the stars.
All right, they are the real
Yeah,
stars.
they know.
They are the real stars. And also, everybody, if you call right now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAW-LINK. It is not only the number to my law office, it's also the number to get on our show, 1-800-529-5465. Yes, I did not shave. Yes. Belgium Kim said to me, you're going to get a lot of flack from Brad Squad today. Oh, there I am. Yes, a lot of flack. And not only did I not shave, I didn't even do like how a trim up like Jonathan did.
I would have had you. You should have told me. I would have brought my clippers.
Yeah,
for
I
you.
need something. I need some clippers or something. But you live here. Why couldn't I just go into your office, right?
Oh, I do.
You do? I could have just went and used
I haven't
it.
moved all my stuff
I
yet.
know. You don't have the clippers here
The
yet.
IKEA furniture isn't assembled yet.
You're not like 3 in the morning if you knock on the door. Yo, you up?
Groundhog Sam's trying to rage.
Yeah, you up?
You up? Stop snoring.
You up? All right. So let me tell you quickly what's going on in the news. We got a lot. We got a lot of show today. A lot of show.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
do.
We have a lot of show, so we got to get through a lot of stuff here. We have Lloyd, who's already been on hold for 15 minutes. Shauna and May from Tucson, Arizona. Shauna's in New York. Lloyd's in Brooklyn. May's in Arizona. We're going to be answering all of your immigration questions in a few minutes. You can also, for those who are just tuning in for the first time, maybe we have a few, you can also leave your questions with Belgium Kim, with Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, and they will be talking to you in our comment section, both on Bradshaw Live and on law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And you can ask them whatever you want, but if you ask them an immigration question, when it comes time, which will be in about 15, 20 minutes from now, they will ask that question of me, and we'll try to help you. You leave the question on Facebook. I'll give you the answer right here live on our show, and it's all for free, brought to you by law offices of Spar
Free
and
99.
Bernstein. Free advice here.
Free 99.
Free 99.
99.
What do you mean 99?
Like
Yeah.
99.
Yeah, you don't have to say the
You got-
T9. It's 99.
99.
Free 99.
99.
I don't even understand what that means.
Like it's 99 cents? Like
But
you're
it's not
gonna-
99 cents. I'm not even
It's
charging.
$3.99.
But I'm
Wait.
not. It's not 3. Are you saying
Free.
free.
instead of 3?
Yeah. So
Right.
free 99.
But it's not even 99 cents.
We didn't
This
say
is
cents.
free. We don't even need to get to the 99.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord, he don't understand.
Got too much tea
He does
in
not.
your 99.
He does not. He does not.
Belgium
Messing it
King.
up.
He,
That's
he meaning me, don't get it. All right, so yeah, I don't understand why my friends and family don't know that I do a live show.
Are you
Are you kidding me? That somebody has to call me in the middle of a show? I'm just
I love that you answered.
I answered it so that they would, just so they could be like, oh, sorry.
He answered right when he was like, when I'm in the middle of a show. Oh, that was poetic, Brad.
By the way, that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She was calling me.
Well,
right.
I feel like we should take
she's in New York today because she was presiding over a citizenship ceremony. She's the Supreme Court. She's an 85-year-old woman on the Supreme Court. She's not, there she is. She ain't giving up. You want to know why she ain't giving up? Because as soon as she gives up, Trump's putting in some crazy dude.
Absolutely.
All right, so she's staying there at least through the next election, I hope. And she's hoping that Trump doesn't win, so at least the next Democrat will be able to replace her. You know, so she's hanging in there. She's 85 years old.
Keep it going,
and
Ruth.
Keep
it
it going. She's becoming an icon.
Oh, the notorious RBG is nothing to play with.
She is becoming an icon.
I love her.
So she administered today an oath to 201 new Americans gathered at the New York Historical Society. I'm not sure where the New York Historical Society is, but I've heard of it. I just don't know where it is.
I don't know either.
And she read an article, and the reason she did it is because she read an article that every so often, I guess it's this famous museum in New York, that the New York Historical Society that does an oath ceremony there every so often. So she wrote the New York Historical Society and said, hey, next time you do it, I'd love to be there and administer it.
Awesome.
So she did it, and she told a story about she arrived in the United States. Her grandmother, Ruth's grandmother, arrived in the United States at the age of 13 and never spoke any English.
Wow.
Ruth's mother was born shortly after, when the grandmother was still a teenager. Okay.
Oh my God.
And both the grandparents and the mother, you know, even the mother grew up not really speaking a lot of English because the grandparents didn't speak any English.
Right.
So she said she is now head of the not head, but a Supreme Court justice.
Right.
Awesome.
So it says, this is what she said in her oath ceremony to the 201 new Americans. She said, my father and grandparents reached as you do for the American dream. As testament to our nation's promise, the daughter and granddaughter of these immigrants sits on the highest court of land and will proudly administer the oath of citizenship to you. Now, I want you to know, you know, she probably went to law school in the 1950s, I guess. She was born in 33. 1950s, there were not a lot of women in law school, even in the 1950s. Now, believe it or not, I am in the minority. There are more women in law school than men.
Really?
Yes. Did you know that?
Oh, that's a
yeah.
My girl power dreams
There are more women than men who go to law school
Shout out to my sister
now.
who just graduated from SMU Law School.
What?
Maron, what up?
Go sister.
Studying for the bar.
Oh my goodness.
The girls are taking over, man.
And
I love it. They're making a movie about it.
and they're making a movie about who?
About Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Really?
Not Jonathan's sister.
Okay. Well,
should.
we'll watch the movie. But what she encouraged everybody to do was, once they're a citizen, vote.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
She was ready for retirement.
So I read that Stormy Daniels is now cooperating with the Trump investigation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she
I'm
is.
telling you, it's one of two crimes. Either they didn't pay taxes on income earned by this company.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
That she
Or
should
we talked about
testify
this yesterday. I'll give you an
Right.
update. So it's one of two things. There's a company. We're going to assume $130,000 went into this company. Where did this money come from? If the company earned the $130,000, this company never paid a tax return.
Right.
Tax fraud.
Right.
If the company never earned the $130,000, illegal campaign contribution. Either way,
You're going down.
going down.
Going
baby.
Going down.
Down.
Down. How's that song?
Are you?
Apple bottom jeans.
Oh, you're thinking low.
She's
low.
Yeah. By the way, Jill says she's waving bye-bye. I don't think she's waving bye-bye. I think she's saying hello to everybody.
She's waving bye-bye to
She's saying hello.
President Trump.
Jill's saying she's saying bye-bye. No. She's there saying hello.
Right.
Hello, boys.
Yeah.
That's the hello, boys wave.
Hello.
Like that's a little.
And
man.
Kellyanne
I'm so excited for her.
Kellyanne Conway. I just have two more things, and then we're going to get to all our
Yeah.
immigration questions. Okay, Kellyanne Conway's husband You know who Kellyanne Conway is? She's like the pit bull for Trump.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now she's married to this guy George Conway. They've been married a long time.
That's her husband?
That's her
I know,
husband.
that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, that's her husband.
What?
Yes, George Double Chin Conway. That's her husband.
That is a quadruple
That
chin
is a quadruple
at the very
chin.
least.
But he is
Wow.
he's a Yale trained lawyer, and he was up for consideration to be head of the Justice Department Civil Division, and he withdrew from the nomination. And apparently now he's not a big fan of Donald Trump, even though his wife is his pit bull.
Really?
Yes. So
How's
he
that-
wrote on
how's that
Twitter.
work?
I don't understand what happens at that dinner table when they come home at night.
Or in bed.
Because he's so mad at Trump.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. He tweeted. There are occasions when effective law enforcement may require the issuance of a search warrant for the premises of an attorney who is subject of an investigation and who also is or may be engaged in the practice of law on behalf of clients. So he wrote basically that what Trump said is attorney privilege, witch hunt, is a bunch of BS.
Right.
So he was basically tweeting Trump back to Trump. Hey pal,
Not a
this is the
thing."
law. It's not a thing.
Right.
Right. So
Wow.
and the reason is because you can't hide behind attorney-client privilege if you're in the process of committing a crime.
Right.
So, but what's interesting about this whole entire thing
Yeah.
is this is Kellyanne Conway's husband.
I want to know what she thinks or what she said
Yeah.
about it. She hasn't said anything yet?
Or even, do you think that Trump holds her accountable for what? Like, let's say that Jilly Bean's husband sends.
Well, that's what I said to Jilly Bean. That's what I said to Jilly Bean. Like, all of a sudden, if Jilly Bean's husband starts saying, Brad,
This guy, he retweets our show
he
like
retweets our
means
show. No,
and
sorry,
the
laws wrong.
worst.
No. I'd be like really mad at Jilly Bean, right? Or how would Jilly Bean feel
Jilly
going
Bean
home?
would-
Jilly Bean
yeah.
would be mad at her husband.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would be mad too.
But you would be mad at her? Like,
Yeah.
check your husband a little bit?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
You by the way, every so often
Check
when
your
I'm doing
husband.
when I'm doing this show, all of a sudden I just hear stuff.
Hear stuff.
hear
Huh.
stuff.
Let's move on. I just wanted Nixon sees witch hunt, insiders say. She wants me to look at the screen. I wasn't looking at the screen. So this is reminiscent, by the way, what Trump is saying with witch hunt was what Nixon also said before he also went down.
And George Conway retweeted it.
Same exact words.
This
and
feels
Kellyanne, this feels like deja vu
Yeah,
all over
like,
again.
It's literally.
It is deja vu all over again.
So when's the impeachment going down?
The impeachment going down.
It's seriously happening.
I don't know.
I
don't
it's happening
know.
too late.
I don't know.
If he gets
Can't happen
indicted,
soon enough.
if he gets indicted, does he still have to be impeached?
Yes. By the way, impeachment means indicted. So the impeachment is the actual House of Representatives saying is indicting him,
Right.
and then the Senate actually holds the trial to see if he's found guilty or not. That's how it works.
And that would be based on Mueller's findings?
Yeah,
That would
right.
be how it
and
would happen?
meanwhile, I'm going to tell you
Gotcha.
something. Based on what's going on right now, okay, Paul Ryan
Yep.
is now going to. You don't give up power unless
To
you.
that extent.
You don't give up power for no reason.
Yep.
Okay, to say I just want to stay home with my kids now.
Right.
Think he's going to
Okay?
rage against the machine
All
a
right.
little bit?
No, I think he knows that the Republicans are going to go down.
Oh, God, yes.
And he doesn't want to be part of it.
So do you think Trump will actually go to jail, like serve time?
No, because Pence will pardon him. But
And that's allowed.
Yes,
Like-
but he
like
will.
Reagan
he will.
did, right?
Yeah, no, like Ford did of Nixon.
Ford did of Nixon.
Yes. Finally, I just want to say one more
Bull.
thing, and we're going to get to all of our immigration questions now. All right, so
I want
much,
him to go to
so
jail.
much to do here.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going
There's so
on.
much
Did you see
going on.
John
Boehner?
Boehner? I call him Boehner.
Wait, what?
John Boehner. John Boehner's got a boat. No, I don't want to say that. John, I don't. Why do I always pronounce because, right? I always have, right. Boehner.
Yeah.
He pronounces his name Boehner, not but it says here Boehner is his name, but it's Boehner.
Not.
Can you imagine this guy went through? I'm going to speak to my 8th grade gym coach and say, "Would you call this guy Boehner or Boner? Hey, Boner, go take another lap." He used to be the former House Speaker before Paul Ryan. He retired. Okay, he was a staunch Republican, very conservative, very law and order. You know, let's get these, you know, people who are smoking weed on the street off the street and get them in jail. And, you know, he was, you know,
look at all that.
Look at all that marijuana. Okay,
marijuana.
so I'm going to get to what I'm talking about now, okay? So he's like, he was signing bills, you know, to make sentencing more difficult.
Right.
You know, not 3 times and out, 1 time and out. I mean, stringent sentencing on drugs. Okay. Hypocrite of the year may very well be, I'm going to call him John Boner, because I don't think he's entitled to Boehner.
Okay.
He has announced today that he is now a major stockholder and heading the boardroom of a cannabis company.
That's insane.
Okay?
That's
He goes,
insane.
he tweeted, I'm joining the board of Acreage Holdings because my thinking on cannabis has evolved.
I'm sure.
I'm convinced descheduling marijuana is needed so we can do research, help our veterans. Oh,
Wow.
now that he's in the drug selling business,
Oh my
now that he's the
God.
drug dealer, right? Okay, now that this guy's the drug dealer, marijuana should be
okay.
legal. Okay?
Right.
When he was when it was young black kids on the street,
Oh, of course not.
okay, when it was young black kids on the street, throw them all in jail.
Throw them in
Okay,
jail.
the
Throw them in the slammer.
hypocrite of the year.
Unbelievable.
Hypocrite
That's so
of
annoying.
the year.
That's really
okay.
annoying.
In 2009,
hope it crashes.
he said on the congressional floor, "I am unadulterably." I don't even know if that's such a word. It's only a word only a
Unadulterably?
boner would say. Unadulterably opposed to legalization.
That's
right.
he had a platform where he could have done things
Yes.
right.
And we're going to get to everybody's calls. And last thing before I get to everybody's calls, look at all these calls
Whoa,
we got
yeah.
here. All right, one last thing.
Yep.
Okay, for everybody who complains to us. Okay, we get a lot of complaints here. We do. Oh, your feed's going down, Brad. What's wrong? Okay, Brad, you don't have a big enough tunnel.
Check that Wi-Fi.
Check the Wi-Fi, Brad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to hear some clicks.
So much hatred.
Let me show you what happened to the president and CEO and founder of Facebook yesterday. This is our own news. We took it ourselves off of CNN. Okay? CNN was showing Mark Zuckerberg at his congressional hearing talking about how how Facebook knows everything about everybody.
Right.
Okay? Like, for example, Facebook now knows you live here.
Right.
Okay, because we just told everybody on Facebook.
A lot.
All right.
Didn't
So
want all
what
that.
happened to Mark Zuckerberg on CNN, the head of Facebook, on CNN's live feed on Facebook? Let's look to see what happened. So for every person, we took this. Carrie took this
That's
with her.
hilarious.
Carrie took this. Carrie took this, who's our social media, another social media guru here. She's off-camera social media guru.
Right.
Right.
I
So,
love
so you know, like Kim is social media guru. Carrie's like off-camera social media
Yes.
guru.
Right.
OC SMG.
She's
She's
the
OC,
guru
not-
and I'm the queen.
Right. She's OC, not Orange County social media
Right.
guru, just off-camera.
Just off camera
All
social
right.
media. Guru.
So she took this with her camera, and then she showed
That
it to
is
me,
hilarious.
and she showed it to me today, and she said, "Next time you yell at me because our feed gets interrupted, I'm just going to show you this picture."
There you go.
And
That
there you
is-
go.
That's all you got to do.
Did you look down at your feeds and think that our feed was interrupted because you saw that picture?
Yes. Now you can come back to us.
I did that too.
I'm like, wait a second.
I was like, wait, our thing just got interrupted.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So now's the time that we're going to be answering your immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Share this with your friends and family. If you are a little shy or nervous or have a really long, detailed question, please leave your questions with Belgium Kim. Please leave them with Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. They're going to be talking to you on our Facebook feeds, both at Spar Bernstein and Bradshaw Live. And let me just give you a quick word of advice. And the word of advice is the more details you can give Kim and Jonathan, the better advice I can give you. So if your question is, hey, Brad, how do I get a green card? I'm going to say, make a consultation. But if you give a long, detailed thing, hey, I'm from here, blah, 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 we will be able to help you more. So what is in the blah, 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 blah? Let me tell you. We need to know where you're from, how you entered America, if you were in America, how long you've been here, what family you have, what you're doing, what type of work, what criminal records you have, if you want to talk about criminal records, what interactions you've had with the Immigration Service since you've been here. The more details, the better I can help you. Finally, before we get to Lloyd, and Lloyd's been waiting 30 minutes, poor guy. I'm going to get to him right now.
That's a right or die.
All right. Finally, if you like what you see, then what you do is you can do two things. One, share this, because we definitely want you to share this. But also, you can like and follow Bradshaw Live on our Facebook feed. And every day, Mark Zuckerberg or Facebook or somebody from Facebook is going to send you a notification that we're live. And you can watch us every day. So please like and follow Bradshaw Live, and you will definitely find out when we're live.
When we're live.
There you go.
Boy, I had a brain freeze there for a second. Let's go to Lloyd in Brooklyn. Lloyd.
Good afternoon, Brad.
How are you?
Good, sir. Thank you for the wonderful work you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm entertained and I am well informed.
That's my goal.
I'm going to law school.
That's my goal. Well entertained and well informed. They're excellent calls so far, Lloyd. I'm liking Lloyd very, very much right now. What's your question?
Brad, I must say I love Kim.
Yes, you love Kim.
And yeah, I love her laugh.
I do too.
Aw, thanks, Lloyd.
I do too. Kim. Lloyd, are you single?
Yo-Yo.
Lloyd.
You're cool. Stay cool.
Yo-Yo's cool.
Oh,
but he loves
He
Kim.
said stay cool.
Lloyd, you single? Kim's looking. Kim's looking. She's on the lookout. Maybe what you should do. I'm trying to set Lloyd up with Kim, but he doesn't want it. He's not interested. All right. What's your question?
Thanks,
What's your
Lloyd.
question?
Thank you, Lloyd.
What's your question?
Recently,
I'm listening.
I did my biometric already, and yesterday when I checked my state, they were.
Lloyd, you're breaking up after you've been waiting for 30 minutes. Start again. You're doing your citizenship.
Yes.
You did your biometrics, and what is your question?
No, not citizenship. I'm doing adjustment of status.
Adjustment of status. Okay.
And I filed February 21st, I did my biometrics.
Right.
And yesterday I was checking my status, they were in the process of making a new card for me.
Making a what for you?
I did not receive no work permit.
And what they say, they're in the process of what?
Of making a new card for me.
A new card?
I-485, yes, sir.
I don't know what that means. How long ago did you file your adjustment?
January 29th.
And you took the biometrics when?
February 21st.
February, March, April. All right. If you don't get your work permit by mid-May, you're in Brooklyn, you come see me. You should have it by mid-May. I assume they're going to mail it out to you.
No, what they're saying, they said they're in the process of making a new card for me.
A new card?
Yes.
Yeah, so
when I click on it, I click on the I-485 form, and they say that is the one that they are making the card for.
Who sponsored you?
My son.
Well, it's possible that they approved you, but they should have given you an interview. But if they mail you a green card, God bless you.
Thank you. I like that.
All right.
And Kim, can you do your laugh for me? Kim, can you do your laugh for me?
Kim can laugh on demand. Kim laughs on demand. Wow. All right, Lloyd, keep us informed what's going on. Okay, if they're mailing you your green card, wonderful. They're supposed to be giving you an interview, but sometimes they waive the interview. So hopefully that's what happened with you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And Kim, you should trademark that laugh.
Trademark the laugh.
Okay, I will try. I don't know if that's a real thing, Lloyd, but I'll try. Thank you.
All right, you'll go talk to some lawyers.
Yeah, do we have any lawyers that would be willing to help me trademark my laugh?
All right, Lloyd. Best of luck. All right, thanks for watching.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
All right, let's go to Shauna in New York. Shauna.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good day.
Good day.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Hi. So my question is, I put in my paperwork for my mom. I'm from Jamaica. I got my citizenship last year, and I put my paperwork in for my mom in October. But my question is, because I have two younger brothers, I want to know how that works, because I know if I file for them, it's going to take a longer time, and I know hers probably is going to take a shorter time, but I know she's not going to want to leave them.
How old are your siblings?
17 and 15.
Oh, wow. All right. And they don't have visitors visas or anything, right?
They do.
They do. All right. Yes. So, I mean, the reality is this. They would have to come to the United States Well, they wouldn't even be able to overstay their time. This is what you do, okay? I have some thoughts, but we're going to need to have, there's 5 or 6 different options. I mean, the most obvious is you file for your mom comes here, and then they file for the kids, but then you're separated for 3 years. But I have some good thoughts. You live in New York. Come see me. Hold on one second, okay? We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. I can't go through everything because we have way too many people. Delrose in Queens. Delrose.
Hello.
Hi, Delrose.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's up?
Yes. I just calling to get some information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about my son. I'm been in the U.S. since September last year, but I leave my last son in Jamaica, and I would like to know how long would it take for me to get him here?
How old is he?
Because he's 11.
He's 11. You have a green card now?
Yes.
Okay. If you file the I-130 visa petition for him now, it'll be about 18 months.
Pardon?
About 18 months, a year and a half, 2 years max.
Okay.
All right.
So, question? What if I let him stay? He will be coming up for the summer.
Well, he can't come with the intention of getting a green card. Okay. I will tell you that 11-year-olds who are here, if it's not in their best interest to be reunited with at least one parent, they perhaps can do a special juvenile immigrant. You are also in Queens. I would suggest you make an appointment to come and see us. All right, and see what we can do. Let's go to Elaine in Brooklyn. Elaine.
Yes, Brad. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a question. Mm-hmm. I also have a situation, the same, find myself in the same situation like the previous caller, the gentleman.
Right.
Okay, so I was filed for by my son, right? And the I-130 receipt was sent to him in a different state. Mm-hmm. And the 769, which is the work permit receipt, was sent to me, and the 485.
Okay, good.
So online, the receipt number for the 769, the work permit says case received, right? And the 485 receipt number said, we ordered you a new card. You will receive it in the mail. And it also says your new card is being produced.
Does it say approved, the I-45?
No, it didn't say approved, but on that number, and that receipt number,
that's odd, because I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. I would have to take a look and see what your receipt notice says. They're supposed to give you an interview, and maybe immigration's giving an error at this moment and have some sort of computer error. But as long as your adjustment's filed, you will get a green card. What the process is supposed to be, you're supposed to get an interview. Two people have called this show with the same form that says, I just got a receipt notice back that says my I-485 card's being processed.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd. It sounds like it's just a receipt notice. I'm not sure exactly what you're reading. But if you're concerned, come bring it in to me and let me take a look at it, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on one second.
And it's not, Brad.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it possible for them to send out the green card?
It is. Years ago they used to waive these interviews, and when Trump, so it's possible. Now, when Trump came into office, they passed a new rule that said everybody's getting interviewed. It doesn't matter who it is, everyone's getting interviewed. And that's been the process, whether you get sponsored by your son, you get married, it doesn't matter, everyone's going for an interview. Is it possible that, some people still may not be being interviewed and they're going to waive some interviews? It's possible. But what they've been saying is everyone's going to be getting interviewed. So maybe they went back to the old system. I don't know. I would have to take a look at what's on your application.
And one final question: the work permit. If you have a green card, the work permit is still valid. You would need a work permit, right?
You don't need a work permit if you have a green card.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Hold on.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Ann in New York. Ann.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm good. I just want to tell you to keep up the good work. Very informative.
Thank you.
And so my thing is, I got married about a week ago in New York. My spouse we actually live in New Jersey, right? And I wanted to find out how soon after the marriage I could start my green card filing process.
Tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
Why not?
And also, the thing is, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I have my 3 kids in Jamaica that he's gonna sponsor up too. We're gonna put that on the application.
Right.
But we are in the process of looking like a 3-bedroom house, and if I put in the paper, I know we can't have separate addresses. So
you live with him in a 1-bedroom right now, and when the kids come up, you can change your address. It's not a big deal.
Okay, so I can put in the paper and change the address afterwards.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
and also he had a felony back in '94. Would that be anything to,
as long as it was not child abuse or sex abuse or something to that nature, you're fine.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was none of the above.
Okay.
And if I do like the forms, I was trying to do it online to fill out the forms. I don't know can I just fill it out? Do I need legal assistance? Can I just fill it out by myself and send in the application? What would you suggest?
So she's asking a lawyer. To ask a lawyer, do I need a lawyer?
Right.
Would a mechanic say you need a mechanic? Would a doctor say you need a doctor? Would a chef say you need dessert from the chef? I don't know. The answer is, you're asking me honestly? Okay, I'll give you my honest answer. There's plenty of people who do this on their own. And I would say of the plenty of people who do this on their own, most of them screw it up in one way or the other and delay either their work permits, their green cards, or do something so terribly wrong that it actually gets denied. Okay? Now, in this day and age, with Donald Trump as president and crazy people
don't
running...
take no chances.
Right, because they'll put you in deportation. So if you want your best opportunity to be able to get your green card in the fastest way possible, the answer is you hire me.
Okay.
All right. Hold on one second. So what? You have another
right.
one?
So I don't have a problem in doing that. Do I need to do a consultation to explain more so you can, tell me what my budget would be like?
Yes. Hold on one second, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Nicole in Houston, Texas.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, how are you? Good
How are you?
afternoon. I'm Nicole. I'm calling out of Houston.
Okay.
I'm having a problem.
What?
I came here 2011. My father's from Jamaica. However, when I came and got my green card, I stayed 7 months. Now, I applied for my citizenship 2016, and I got 3 different interview dates. I turned up for 2. And I was told my file was incomplete. So the last was February.
Wait, this is your citizenship or your green card?
Pardon?
Your citizenship or your green card you're talking about?
I actually applied for it 2016.
What are we talking about? You're talking about your citizenship?
Yes.
Not your green card?
For it. Right. I'm on a green card right now.
When did you get your green card?
I got it 2011.
Okay, so why did you get 3 interviews for your citizenship? That's odd to me.
Yeah, they kept giving me interviews dates, and they're saying, "Oh, your file is incomplete." So the last time,
so did you showed up to these interviews and they said your file's not complete? Come back for another day.
Right.
And did they explain to you what was incomplete in the file?
No, they haven't explained it to me.
Okay, and this is now going on 2 years?
So now we're in 2018. So 2018, February, 2 months ago, I got another date. So I turned up for the interview February 1st.
Right.
Now, March 20-something, they sent me another letter saying, okay, backing up a little bit. When I went for the interview, they were having a problem that I went back home.
Wait, I can't back up. I'm only a forward-thinking person. All right, you went. Okay, you went to 3 interviews. Okay,
right.
On the third, and each interview they say we don't have a full file. You don't ask what seems to be missing. You just say, okay, fine, I'll come back. And now you went to this last interview. Just tell me what happened. Don't back up. Just tell me what happened at the last interview.
Which I went to February 1st.
What did they say?
They interviewed me.
What did
they say? They say that, oh, we'll contact you 30 days. So 30 days later, which was
what did they interview? What did they do? Your citizenship? Did they go through your application?
Yes.
Okay, and they said, and did you say, oh, is everything okay now? You got everything, or you didn't? You just took the test and walked out?
They got everything. They got everything. The file was complete, and the lady was having a problem with me going back to Jamaica. So she sent me another letter.
Okay, one second. The lady had a problem with you going back to Jamaica. Have you been out of the United States for long periods of time?
I actually stayed over 6 months.
Okay, that's a reason to deny your citizenship. So that's not the lady having a problem, that's the law having a problem. Okay, when did you overstay more than 6 months in Jamaica?
That same year when I got here.
Which is
2011.
2011. Okay, yeah. and then since then you've never stayed more than 6 months.
No.
So and when did you file your citizenship? In 2016?
Yes.
Okay, that's why. You may have to withdraw this and redo it. Because when you filed your citizenship, okay, this is now I figured it out. When you file your citizenship, there's 3 residence requirements you got to follow. Okay? So we look from the day you filed, which was February 2016, and we look 5 years back. From February 2011 to February 2016, you got to follow these 3 rules. Rule number 1, no trip more than 6 months in that 5-year period. You already violated it. Rule number 2, 30 out of 60 months physically in the United States. And rule number 3 is 90 days before you file, you're living in the state where you're filing. So if you withdraw that citizenship and refile now in 2018, and we go back from 2013 to 2018, you qualify.
So it's best for me to refile
Right. So it's best. So based on what you're telling me, your citizenship's going to be denied, rightfully so. So I would withdraw your citizenship and refile all over again, and then you'll qualify.
So at what point you suggest I filed? Again?
Now, but you can't have 2 citizenships pending. So you got to withdraw the first and refile a new one, and that's what this woman should have told you.
Oh, so
and quite frankly, to go back and answer the other person's question, because the question right before it is, do you need a lawyer? You need a lawyer for all of this, whether it's green card or citizenship, because had I been your lawyer in 2016, you'd be a citizen already, because I would have told you all of this, and we would have waited the 5 years and then done it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so hold on one second. Hold on. Which is exactly, the last person said, hey, do I need a lawyer? And I said, well, if you want to do things right and you want to do things fast and you don't want to screw around, yeah, you get a lawyer. And here's the next person who calls and says, feels, I can do my citizenship. I didn't commit any crimes. I know how to speak English. I could pass the test. And so 2.5 years later, and they're still not a citizen. And guess what? They're going to have to withdraw their citizenship and do it again. It's going to take them 3.5 years, maybe longer, to become a citizen. But if they had a lawyer, she'd be a citizen years ago. All right. Crystal in Parkinson, West Virginia. Crystal.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
Fabulous.
Great. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm trying to bring my parents over here.
Okay, great. Where are they?
What?
Where are your parents?
They're in the Philippines.
Okay, great.
I just turned 21 this February, and I submitted my paperwork.
Okay.
But I'm kind of worried about the immigration reform that Trump's trying to do and the RAISE Act. So what do you think our chances are of them getting approved
100%.
before that act?
100%. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Trump has nothing to do with it. It's Congress, and Congress isn't even discussing immigration right now.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Congress has just because Trump says this is what I want doesn't mean he gets it. We've seen that 100 times already. Okay, Congress has to pass a law. They haven't passed the law yet. They're not even debating immigration right now.
All right. Could you give me a basic time frame?
About a year.
About a year. All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Good luck with that.
Have a great day.
You too. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Guillermo in Lexington, Kentucky. Guillermo. Guillermo. Guillermo.
Hey, Brad, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I got you. I was going to knock and wake you up. Okay, we're good. All right, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I just have a question. I'm filling out the N400, and where it says to list, your arrests. It says list.
Well, your address is?
Why were you arrested?
Oh, okay, arrest. Okay.
Do I list So basically, I was arrested and charged with 2 crimes, and then later on, the prosecutor upgraded those charges. Do I list the original charge?
What do you mean by upgraded them?
For example, I was arrested for battery. And then the prosecutor, a month later, upgraded the charges to battery with a deadly weapon.
And then what happened with the case?
So basically, I pled to just misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor trespassing.
Those were two separate convictions. When did that happen?
Right. It was on the same day. This was in 2010.
Okay. And when did you get your green card?
In 2010.
Also in 2010. And where did this happen?
Here in Kentucky.
In Kentucky. And where are you from originally?
Mexico.
And how did you originally come to America?
My mother.
Your mother. So you lived in Mexico and then just came here with a green card, or you were living here with some other status or no status?
Right. I got it through the 245I.
Okay, fine. So you were able to pay a penalty fee. What I would suggest to you, because it's very, very possible that you pled guilty to 2 separate crimes of moral turpitude within 5 years of you obtaining a legal entry or an adjustment of status in the United States, and you may be deportable because of what you pled guilty to.
Me and my criminal lawyer, we actually filed a Padilla motion, and it was granted.
Oh.
So all that has now been reduced. For example, the battery charge has been reduced down to disorderly conduct, and the trespassing charge, it was reduced to, just the trespassing with the 179-day suspended sentence.
All right. So you have one, basically, how would you understand? I don't know Kentucky penal law, but has it been explained to you that basically you have a disorderly conduct and 1 petty offense?
Correct.
Okay. So then how you would answer the citizenship question would be this. I was arrested for XYZ, whatever the largest charge is, and I was ultimately found guilty of disorderly conduct and a petty offense trespass, because that's what ultimately happened.
Because I got a FBI fingerprint check through a third-party channeler.
Right.
And the FBI has my my 2 arrests, my original arrest, just for the simple battery. And do I list that arrest, or do I list?
No, because you're going to go down to the courthouse and you're going to get a disposition for each arrest. Okay? And you're going to submit a copy of the dispositions, bring the original to the interview. And on the disposition, it's going to say what you were charged with, which was battery with blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to say you were convicted, case vacated, and re-sentenced to disorderly conduct. So ultimately, what you were found guilty of is a disorderly conduct.
Okay. So I guess the fact that I'll put on there, with the deadly weapon, obviously that sounds bad. So will that have any weight?
Well, it has weight because it's a pretty bad offense, but ultimately, in the last 5 years, you have clear, good moral character, and all of this happened in 2010, and it doesn't matter what you were charged with, it matters what ultimately you were found guilty of.
Okay, perfect. That was my question then.
All right, good luck, and if you need help, hold on, all right?
Thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call. Please share this with your friends and family. Let them also know that in about 5 minutes or less, we're going to be getting to Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, and I'm sure they have plenty of questions already asked of them on Facebook at Bradshaw Live and on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar Bernstein, and they will ask those questions of me, and I'll give you my best advice I can. But first, we're going to go to Curtis in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Curtis.
Hi.
Hi, Curtis.
How are you? Thank you so much for this show. I really wanted for a good time now to, ask questions to a lawyer who is able to answer my questions. So mine is kind of very different. I'm doing a U visa.
Right.
When I entered the country, I was a victim of a crime, and the police is the one who actually told me about U visa. I had no idea about it. So when I did it, I had a lawyer.
They usually don't tell you. That's pretty nice of them.
Yeah, he told me. So I had a lawyer, and we did the U visa application. We did everything that is required. But it's been 3 years since I'm waiting, and I don't have any work permit or anything. So I was asking, what can I do, or do I just have to sit and wait until it comes through? Because there's not much information about U visa and what updates lately I've done, and there's nothing on that. There's no late updates on the U visa,
Okay, I got it. And the answer is you could get a work permit. And the other answer is this. Okay, I'm not sure where you're looking, but I'm glad you finally called here. Okay, so just for everybody knows, what a U visa is, a victim of a crime. You're the serious victim of a crime, I assume. You assisted in law enforcement in prosecuting the crime. You have some sort of injury, and as a result, you're entitled to a U visa. It's great, except the problem with U visas is this. They only give 10,000 U visas out a year. There's about 70 or 80 or maybe even 90,000 people on a waiting list for U visas. The waiting list for U visas, and by the way, you're going to get a work permit. I'm going to explain to you in 30 seconds. I just want to rant for about 30 seconds. So just bear with me, okay? And I'm going to answer your question. Okay. The waiting list for a U visa, is, what's going on? Okay.
I'm here.
The waiting list for a U visa, I apologize. People are just coming in and slamming doors. The waiting list for a U visa is like 9 years now. So you're going to wait 6, 7, 8, 9 years before you get approved. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
So now, what the law says is that if after you have filed your U visa, this goes for everybody, and it's more than 180 days since you filed your application, which is 6 months. It's even less than 180 days is less than 6 months. It's like five months and 20 some odd days. But call it 6 months. After 6 months, you have a U visa, and that goes to everybody. It goes to about 80,000 people who file their U visas. You can show humanitarian reasons why you need to work in the United States. Guess what? You can apply for a work permit, and your lawyer should be doing that for you.
My lawyer told me that I can't apply. I just have to wait. And
your lawyer's wrong. So I'm right. Your lawyer's wrong. I can guarantee you that. Okay. So after 180 days, you have to be able to show you just can't apply and just fill out a form. You have to have some knowledge behind all of this. And the knowledge behind it is you got to establish a humanitarian reason why you need to work. So here's a good humanitarian reason. I'm starving. I can't get a job. I can't pay my rent. Okay? I'm living on the street. Whatever it is. Okay? So you're entitled to it 180 days after, and everyone on a U visa should be doing it. Okay? So yeah.
So the next question is, knowing that she keep on saying, you can't. Can I do this on my own, or should I get another lawyer or something?
Come to me. Don't get another lawyer. Come to me, and I'll do it.
Okay. How do I get your address?
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to give you all the information. The other thing I want to tell you is this, though, Curtis. Okay?
Yes.
You hear this all the time from Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Okay? Now, here's my little rant. Okay? Donald Trump started his entire campaign. The entire campaign for President of the United States. First words out of his mouth are, let's get rid of all the immigrants. They're rapists, especially the Mexicans. They're rapists. They're coming here and killing our people. They're killing Americans. They're committing crimes. And here we are. I'm talking to an immigrant who came here. And I'm telling an immigrant who came here, there are more than 90,000 people who are immigrants, who are the victims of extraordinarily serious crimes against their body, okay? Not petty offenses. We're talking about serious assaults, injuries, slavery, peonage, murder by Americans on immigrants. 90,000 people, at least,
Yeah,
maybe more.
American.
By Americans on immigrants. Nobody talks about it, and they can't. And I mean, I have clients who've been shot for no reason, walking on the street. Okay, yet Donald Trump doesn't parade any of them at his State of the Union. He finds 4 Americans who were the victim. I'm not saying that every immigrant is a saint by any stretch of the imagination. But what I'm also saying is that not every American's a saint. There's at least 90,000 who aren't. Because there's over 90,000 people who are the victims of crimes who are immigrants. And the perpetrator of the crime was an American. So it goes both ways. All right, that's all I wanted to say. All right, hold on one second, Curtis, all right?
Okay.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. Alante in New York, New York.
Hi, bro.
How are you?
Good. I have vacation. Next week I have a hot ceremony, and then I have seatbelt ticket today. Is a problem?
You have an oath ceremony next week, and what's the problem today?
And then I have a seatbelt ticket for the driver. Seatbelt ticket.
A what? Seatbelt.
Seatbelt ticket.
Seatbelt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just because you didn't put on a seatbelt doesn't not make you not eligible to become a citizen. Pay your seatbelt ticket. You'll be fine.
So what I'm supposed to do? Bring the seatbelt ticket or not?
Pay it and just bring it and said, I got a ticket for a seatbelt. You'll be a citizen.
No, I'm not guilty because cab driver, they don't allow to put a seatbelt. It's no problem. Maybe the police is new guys. Don't know that.
Can I just tell you something? Pay the freaking ticket. Pay the freaking ticket, because if you have a pending ticket, they're not going to make you a citizen. Pay the freaking ticket. Don't argue with them. Pay it. It'll be the easiest thing in the world. You pay the ticket. Bring it. I got a seatbelt. I paid it. I'm sorry. They'll swear you in.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Let's go to sometimes the best thing in the world is you don't fight City Hall. Okay? You can't fight City Hall on everything. You got to look at the bigger picture. Pick your battles, as I was told.
Swallow that pride.
Swallow the pride.
Just make it happen.
That sucks, though. Especially
that does suck. I don't know why I'm repeating everything everyone's saying right now. All right, let's go to
$3.99.
What? $3.99. Whatever anyone says, I'm just repeating.
$3.99.
All right. Let's go to Simone in Newark, New Jersey. Simone.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. How are you? I have a question.
Yes.
I came here in the U.S. like 3 years ago on a visiting visa, overstay.
Right.
Last year I got married to a U.S. citizen, and I submit my paperwork in January. I have 3 kids back in Jamaica. So when I was doing my paperwork with the lawyer, I asked him if I could have done my paperwork, my 3 kids' paperwork.
How old
he
are
told
they?
me no.
How old are
I
they?
have to wait.
How old are they?
The oldest is 15.
All right, your lawyer, just you must have the same moron lawyer that the last person had. Okay? So, all right, your husband files an adjustment for you. He's a stepfather to your 3 children in Jamaica. He can file 3 separate I-130s for each of your kids. They can come up in a year. And that's what should be happening right now.
All right, so can I use, is it possible for me to use the other lawyer?
Yes.
Do my kids' paperwork while
Yes.
I just do my paperwork and I haven't heard anything yet from immigration. I only get a receipt number.
You can do whatever you want, but my suggestion is if this lawyer doesn't even know, that's basic immigration 101. I can tell you that almost everyone on the Brad squad knows that answer. Okay? So if your lawyer doesn't know that answer, I wouldn't trust him to fight Oletti's seatbelt ticket, let alone your green card. That's my 2 cents. I would switch the whole case to me. Hold on one second. All right? Right?
That's fair.
Yeah, Oletti called about his seatbelt. I wouldn't even trust him for that one.
No.
Right.
Unless, of course, he's a traffic lawyer. Then, of course, maybe it's a different story. But he's certainly not an immigration
He
lawyer.
doesn't sound like a traffic lawyer.
I don't know. All right, 1-800-529-5465. I assume Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. I assume. But sometimes you assume you make an ass out of you and me.
And I'm not an ass.
And I'm not you and me. So, whatever that Whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, but I'm just going with it. I assume we have immigration questions.
In fact, we do.
We do. Okay, so I will not make an ass out of you and me. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, because apparently you're not.
Because if not, I have more news.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're good.
We're good.
All right. What's going on?
We've got a question from Anne who says, my daughter overstayed her green card for 6 years and she entered the U.S. last week. They gave her the option to relinquish her green card or get deported back to the U.K. She gave up the green card and they permitted her to enter on a visa waiver. She's pregnant and due to give birth in 6 weeks' time, and the airlines are refusing her to travel because she is too far along.
How long was she outside the United States?
6 years.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, I'm sorry. It doesn't say how long she was out. She overstayed her green card for 6 years and then traveled out of the U.S. And then she came back in on the overstayed green card.
No, she had a green card. She moved back to London or wherever in the UK.
Right.
Okay, and lived there for 6 years. She abandoned her green card and then tried to re-enter with an abandoned green card because apparently she was pregnant and said, you know what, maybe I should give birth in America
to an American
baby. That's probably what happened, is my guess.
Okay.
She's done everything wrong. She should come see me. I don't have the answer, but we'll figure it out.
All right, Brown Simone or Simone Brown.
Again.
Ooh, yeah. We never know.
But this time she's asking for a friend.
But we never found out if she's Brown Simone or Simone Brown.
So what are you? Are you Brown Simone? Right. Hey, look at me. Look at me, camera. You Brown Simone or you Simone Brown?
Isn't it offensive to ask people what they are now? Is that a new thing?
I don't know. I don't know. We're not politically correct here.
Please.
We're not politically correct here.
Everybody's so.
Everyone's so PC.
Very touchy.
Everybody's very PC.
Yeah.
As long as it's done with, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as long as it's done, not whatever you say is not done with malicious intent, meaning that you're not trying to make somebody feel bad or make them because they look different or act different than me or you to say that they're either better or worse or. That's one thing. I
like that.
Okay, and the other thing is you also have to recognize people's sensitivities. Where certain people, and it's just the way they're wired, it has nothing to do with where they're from. And there's people who are wired, who are born in New York, who are sensitive, and there are people who are wired in New York who are not sensitive. And it has nothing to do with their background or anything. It's just the way you're wired. Yeah. Some people are more sensitive than others. So you also have to recognize that some people are more sensitive than others.
Right.
So where you may say something and you be like, come on, that's a big deal. It may be offensive to somebody else. So I think if we all start, figuring out, as long as we're not being malicious and as long as we recognize people, that some people could be more sensitive than others, and we recognize if somebody's more sensitive, you could say, wow, I'm very sorry. You certainly didn't mean anything malicious by what I said. I was, just trying to have a good time or have fun or whatever. But, I recognize what I said could be taken the wrong way or you're sensitive about it. And certainly I'm very sorry about it. Mm-hmm. And if we start doing that, we can get rid of all this PC stuff.
There you go.
That was
that's my 2 cents.
Phenomenal
right?
2 cents.
Right?
I will take
like
those
that?
2 pennies.
So now, the answer is, are you Brown Simone or Simone Brown?
Stayed by the question.
Stayed on the question. Stayed on the question.
Right. All right. So, asking for a friend. What's the difference between Code 3 and Code 5 biometric?
Oh, man.
Code 3 and Code 5? I don't know.
There are codes?
Code 5 sounds a lot scarier than Code 3.
Show does.
They're not going to tell us, obviously, as lawyers. It's like when you go through TSA and they mark different numbers on your, and then for some reason, number 4 gets, their shoes on, number 5 gets their shoe. I don't know what all the security codes mean. They're just all different security codes that mean different things. But the people in the know. As long as your friend has done nothing wrong, that's all that they have to worry about. But certainly, I would think Code 5
is worse.
Then it's a higher number. Other than that, I have no idea.
Unless it's in a completely different order.
Right, I don't know.
Code 1 is critical.
Code 1 could be critical too. I mean, if you're code 1, you could be in big doo-doo.
Or if you're code 10, you could be in huge doo-doo.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know what the different codes mean, but it's just the way that they process it and their security. But certainly they're not telling us what it means. And as far as I'm concerned as an attorney, I know going in whether clients are going to have a problem or not, simply because I know their background and their history, and that's really what we're concerned about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anna is wondering, I have an I-360 in. I got a letter based upon a preliminary review of my petition, and they're asking for evidence that I'm a person of good moral character and evidence that we got married in good faith. What are the things that I can present or send in that would prove these things?
Well, good moral character is going to basically be you're going to submit police reports from all the jurisdictions you've lived in since 16 and show that you've never been arrested. You're going to get a letter from your employer saying you're a decent, good, hardworking person. Maybe you're going to get a letter from your neighbor. You're a good person. Your friend, you're a good person. Your pastor or minister, you're a good person. You get letters of recommendation from people, and you show you've never had a problem with the law. That's how you show your person a good moral character. As far as proving it's a bona fide marriage, you got to show documentation to show you were living together. What documentation do you have to show you're living together? Bills, taxes, bank statements, insurance, pictures together with friends and family, that type of thing.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Starting to hit.
Yeah. By the way, I was online at Starbucks today, and you know who comes in right behind me? None other than Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. And so he's talking to his sister.
I was.
Okay, and I want you to know something. You think he's a good-looking guy? Sister is on fire.
Have you seen their family?
The sister is on fire.
Have you
My whole
seen?
family is on fire.
So then he goes, isn't my sister hot? I'm like, you're putting me on the spot, but yeah.
See, this is a problem. My brother is visiting me from Belgium tomorrow, and everybody's
my family's hot.
All right. So I just wanted to give a plug to the sister. What's her name? I forgot her name. Semhar. I wanted to give a plug to her. All right. What's your question?
All right. What's up, Semhar? Okay.
But he says, "Okay, love you, sis. Bye." And then he turns to me and goes, "My sister's hot, right?"
And Brad just looked like,
yes.
All right, Carla Harris. Hey, Brad, I'm from Trinidad, and I'm a green card holder. I'm in the process of getting my citizenship. My question is, so I have a son that's back home in Trinidad. He's 25 years old. I want to file for him, but back when he was 17, he got into a physical altercation.
She's filing for who? Her brother?
Her son.
Her son, who's 25 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
And when he was 17, he got into a physical altercation. So he was charged with assault and currently has a court case going on. So will it be possible for him to get a green card?
He was charged with an assault.
So he was charged with an assault.
What happened with the case?
Well, he currently has a court case going on.
We don't know because we got to see what the outcome is.
So you have to wait for the outcome.
But no.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
File the I-130 visa petition. Get him in the system. Will he get a green card? Who knows? Because we'll see what the law is in 5 years from now. Right now, you can get a waiver even if he's found guilty of something. Maybe he won't be found guilty of something. But go file. Worry about it in 5 years.
Did you hear that? I heard like a crazy beep, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a truck backing up in the right through our wall.
That's
what it sounds like. It's like
thanks a lot. Everybody's in these comments saying, "Take a picture of your sister, yo."
Yeah, take a picture of the sister. Show the sister.
I'm gonna send y'all.
You know what? Watch tomorrow. We'll throw a picture up of the sister, right?
And their family is gorgeous.
You'll send us a whole picture.
Maybe she can like Skype in or something.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers, Yo-Yo?
I do.
Are they single brothers, Yo-Yo?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Hello, brothers.
One of them actually works for Obama.
By the way,
yes, that's 1 degree of separation with Obama.
Wow. All right. By the way, we're going to get to Valerie in Morristown, New Jersey, and John in Orlando, Florida, in a few minutes. But we have a new segment now.
Okay.
Jonathan, I don't know if you're never here during the pre-production meetings. I know because you're showering
I am.
Okay.
I'm busy getting ready for the
He's
show.
He's a late riser. We knock on his door at 5. Jonathan, it's time to wake up
5
now.
p.m.
Right? He goes, Brad, I can't come. I'm showering. So we have a new segment now. Okay, it's called Celebrity Rap Sheet.
Wow.
You like that, huh?
I like that.
You like that. So Celebrity Rap Sheet, where we're going to be talking about what's going on with celebrities and the law.
Ooh, I like this.
You like that. And we're calling it Celebrity Rap Sheet. It's a new segment here on Bradshaw Live. To kick it off, we have Carmela. Now, how is Carmela, our tax attorney, involved in Celebrity Rap Sheet?
Tax fraud. Every
Flavor Flav and Mike, the situation.
Yes.
Tax fraud.
Tax fraud.
Let's
Tax
watch.
Literally
evader.
every
Let's watch. Celebrity Rap Sheet, where we talk about real celebrities who are having real legal troubles. With us today is Carmela Walrond. You wouldn't think that Carmela would be here to discuss celebrity troubles, but there are recently two big celebrities in the news who are having major tax issues. Yes. And so here, Carmela is going to be discussing, A, what their major tax issues are, and what she would be doing if she were their attorney. So first celebrity in the news, Carmela.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard of this guy. His name is Flavor Flav.
Yes, I heard of him.
You heard of him. Let's watch Flavor Flav. All right, so there's Flavor Flav. All right, he's he was in the rap group Public Enemy, reality TV fame. He also owes reportedly owes $3.1 million, $3,100,000 in back taxes. So what are the facts of Flavor Flav's case that he owes? Why does he owe $3.1 million, Carmela?
Based on the returns that he filed, he never paid taxes on the income that he earned.
Why didn't he do that? He just didn't have the money. He was just living larger than life, I guess, right?
I guess so, yes.
All right. So what is the government doing now to try to collect the $3.1 million from Flavor Flav?
Sure, there's several ways. The government could either issue a lien on the person's property, or garnish the amounts that's in their paycheck, or also seize their bank accounts.
So now what I understand is that Flavor Flav has not paid a tax return in 10 years. The government is in the process right now of garnishing his bank accounts. What is it that you would do if you were his lawyer to stop the garnishment?
Sure, I would immediately file what is called an offer and compromise application, because offer and compromise application puts a hold on everything.
What is the offer and compromise? What is it exactly?
Sure, it's saying to the IRS that my income is less than my expenses and I cannot afford to pay the taxes owed. Also, I like to discuss regarding his assets. Yes, you can still file an offer and compromise application if you own property. You have to show that the property has little to no equity.
So how does Flavor Flav do an offer and compromise? Presumably he's making money, right? It's not like he's not making any money right now.
Well, he's not making the same amount of money he did in 2007 versus 2018.
Right. So you would have to demonstrate that he's making substantially less than he was in years past.
Yes.
And there is no possible way that he's coming out with a rap album or the best of Flavor Flav in the next few months that's going to be able to make a substantial amount of money, millions of dollars, to go pay this. So that the IRS is really, I assume, you would have to demonstrate that the IRS is really just wasting their time trying to collect money that they will never collect from him.
Yes, and not only that, also he has little to no assets of value.
Is that a fact, or is that what you would have to demonstrate?
I'll just demonstrate that as well.
You would have to demonstrate. Now, what happens if he has assets? Maybe he has a home or Bentleys, or I don't know, whatever he may have.
Regarding to the cars, that's taken based on the fair market value. So if there's any, if it's paid off, that'll affect the value of the car, the condition of the car. Also regarding assets like a house or property, has to show little to no equity.
And then if you're able to demonstrate that, what would happen?
Oh, well, sure. You would propose an offer to settle the case, and if the IRS accepts it, you'll pay that amount, and then the lien will be removed. And like I said, it's much better than a case of filing for bankruptcy.
So Flavor Flav, listen to Carmela. If you haven't done it yet, think about the offer and compromise, right?
Yes.
What instead of going out and trying to make a new reality show, you would do much better by doing absolutely nothing, showing he can't make any income, and just getting this whole thing wiped away.
Yes. Because a bankruptcy will stay on your credit report for 10 years versus an offer and compromise application. Once you pay the settlement amount, the lien is removed from your credit report.
Now, he's not the only celebrity who is having some tax issues right now.
Sure.
I also read that, you ever hear this guy, Mike the Situation Sorrentino?
Yes.
He's the reality short guy from the Jersey Shore fame. You know, he's pretty big dummy. At least that's what he portrays on the reality show. And apparently, he's a big dummy in real life too,
Yes.
because he made all of these appearances where he earned money, never declared it, and apparently hasn't even filed a tax return in 1 year and owes several $1 million to the IRS. Now, the difference between Mike the Situation and Flavor Flav is Mike the Situation is looking at jail time.
Yes.
Why is Mike, tell me what's going on with Mike the Situation and why he's looking at jail time for not paying his taxes, and Flavor Flav is just looking at the IRS trying to collect the money from him.
Sure. The difference is Mike's situation is that it's a criminal charge. Tax evasion is a criminal offense, meaning that you underreported or you did not report income on your tax return.
So Mike the Situation did what?
Oh, Mike the Situation did not report income in his 2011 return. He didn't even file one, and he earned $2 million a year.
And apparently what I understand he was doing, Carmela, is that he was making these appearance fees, you know, showing up at a party in Las Vegas or somebody's, I don't know, wherever the appearance fee would be, you know, at the Chevrolet dealership. I don't know, whoever was paying him to show up and make a celebrity appearance. And those celebrity appearances where he was earning $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, and he was taking this money, and it was always under $10,000 and depositing in the bank account and never declaring that income as money he earned. And apparently that's where the tax fraud is. So under declaring your income is a crime. Not paying your taxes is not a crime.
It's a civil offense. Yes. And I also want to state that all those appearances, he was probably issued a 1099, meaning that the IRS knew about this income that he was not reporting.
And he's pretty silly because he's a pretty famous guy.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm sure there's an IRS agent somewhere who says, wait a second, I see this guy on television all the time and he's not paying a tax return?
Right.
He hasn't earned any money?
Right.
Come on. So now, let me ask you a question. All right, you're his tax attorney. And Mike, and we are not the tax attorneys for Mike the Situation or Flavor Flav, neither one. But assuming you were, what advice would you be giving him?
Sure. In this particular case, I will file all the missing tax returns and report all the income that he received.
You would fix it?
Absolutely. But in this case, he would not be eligible for an offer and compromise application.
Why?
Because he was charged with a criminal offense.
So because of that, he would ultimately owe the money.
Yeah, so I could work with an installment agreement with the IRS.
And but at least try to avoid jail time.
Yes.
All right. So what is?
I just want to state I did a case like that in real life where a person was charged, not a
famous person,
but a person was accused of tax fraud, and I amended the tax return, but then I could only do an installment agreement in that case.
Right. But ultimately, you saved that person from going to jail.
Absolutely, yes.
So now, what lessons would you take from Mike the Situation and Flavor Flav that you can give some of our viewers out there?
Sure. For Mike the Situation, always report the income that you receive, cash or check, because many cases that this income is already reported to the IRS, so they're waiting for you to report that income. And also, don't try to hide the money by going to making deposits in different bank accounts as well.
Yeah, that's
suspicious.
That's very suspicious.
Yes.
Carmela, wonderful job as always. Quickly, before you go, I know you are always helping people all the time.
Yes.
Every week, Carmela's saving people tens and tens of thousands of dollars here at Spar Bernstein. tell us a quick story how you help somebody.
Yes, I have this person that owed taxes for his company. He owed approximately $45,000 in taxes, and I got a settlement for him for $4,000.
How did you do that? Is this the same thing, that same offer and compromise?
Offer and compromise, but one thing is that you would need to hire an attorney is preparing like profit and loss statements to show that the company is not earning the same amount of money as it did in the past.
So the key thing for everybody to know, especially when you're dealing with offers and compromise, especially when you owe money, either you live larger than life or you have a situation where you're just not earning what you did in the past, it's always good to speak to Carmela because it's very possible she can do an offer and compromise for you. She should be Flavor Flav. Hey, go do it. And Mike, the situation, go file your back taxes and fix your problems. And for everybody else, if you have any tax issues, give Carmela a call, 1-800-529-5465. Ladies and gentlemen, Celebrity Rap Sheet, thank you very much, Carmela.
Thank you, Brad.
And now we got to go back to our show.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So what happened? We're supposed to get at the end the same celebrity. That was, boom, boom, boom. What happened?
Graphic.
The graphic for Celebrity Rap Sheet. Yeah. We have to do it next time.
I do like that graphic, though. That was a nice little graphic.
We look very legit.
Yeah.
We look very
All right.
legit.
So that was if we did it right, you would have been boom, 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 Celebrity Rap Sheet.
Yeah.
And that was it. All right. So let's go to Valerie in Morristown, New Jersey. Valerie.
Hi, Brad. Good evening.
How are you?
Good, thank you. I have a Form I-360 petition as well as an adjustment of status,
Right.
no, not adjustment, application for a work permit.
Well, you
on
would have gotten
I-765.
But you do the I-765 with the adjustment. Did you do an I-45 as well?
I don't know. I did it through my lawyer, so I'm assuming that she did.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Did you pay a filing fee?
Yes.
Okay. So then you did an adjustment too.
I had my fingerprints done, and that filing was done in February of 2017.
Okay.
My fingerprints were done in June of 2017.
Right.
I have had 2 requests for extensions and no request for additional information or any
Did you get your work
additional
permit?
request.
Did you get your work permit?
No.
Well, something's wrong. You should have gotten a work permit a year ago.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking too. The only thing I can suggest you're in Morristown, New Jersey. Okay, I don't, and people always say, and listen, you can do what you want. You're a big girl and you decide whatever you want to do. But if you're supposed to be getting a work permit and it's a year into this and you still haven't gotten a work permit, not saying the lawyer did something wrong. Maybe the work permit got lost in the mail. I don't know. All right, I can't sit here and blame the lawyer 100%. But certainly, you need to get a second opinion. Okay.
Right.
So hold on. Come see me for a second opinion. When people say, "Hey, I filed an adjustment. It's a year and I don't have a work permit," I would say, "Well, there's probably something more to this than just work permit lost in the mail. Maybe it is. Maybe it is because it does happen sometimes. But I think where there's smoke, there's fire. So hold on. We got to get your train back on the right track. So hold on one second. All right.
Okay.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. John in Orlando, Florida. John.
Yes, how are you doing? I am a green card holder living here since December of 2016.
Right.
My son is 6 years old in November, and I expect him to visit me soon. Now, is it possible for me to file for him while he's here, or would I be able to get him in school?
Well, to answer your first question, he can't come here with the intention of living here. Okay, so if he's going to come on a visit with the intention of living, you're already breaking the law. So the answer is no, you can't do that. But let me ask you a question. How did you get your green card?
I got it through my dad.
When did you get your green card?
Like in around December, January of 2016.
Okay, and how can I ask how old you are?
Yes.
How old are you?
Around 23.
You're 23. So when your dad, you're 23 years old.
Yes.
Okay. When your dad filed for you, you were under 21. He was a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Was that the deal?
I wasn't.
Right. Okay. So now, when your son comes to the have you filed a visa petition for your son?
Not yet. I'm thinking about doing it, but I don't know, if I should do it before or after. Because really, I just want my son here with me.
All right.
He's gonna be like 6 soon.
All right. You want your son here. Hold on. I think you're going about it the wrong way. I think it's time for a consultation. Hold on. All right. Let's go to John in Hartford, Connecticut. Joan in Hartford, Connecticut. I apologize. Joan.
Yes, this is Joan. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. My brother filed for my sister, who is in Jamaica, December 2012.
Who filed for who in Jamaica?
My brother filed for my sister. Yeah, 2012 December. But she's dating someone and is wondering if she should get married.
Is she dating an American?
No. Someone from Jamaica.
Yeah, she can marry him. A brother filing for a sister and she gets married to him. We can include the husband on the case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to stay. You don't have to stay unmarried. The only time you got to worry about marriages making a case longer is when a parent is filing. But when a brother or sister's filing, you don't have to worry. Go get married and go enjoy life.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Okay.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. We're going to get to all of our Facebook questions in about 5 minutes, so please talk to Jonathan. Please talk to Belgium Kim. They there. They there. They are there, right? They are there. They are there. Dare. How dare you say they are there? I don't even know. All right. So they are there. They. I gotta pronounce it. We are here. They are there. That's what I meant to say.
Y'all's is here.
Yes. What?
Y'all's is here.
Y'all there. Y'all there.
Gotta represent the South every once in a while. We forget.
I like the Southern accent.
We forget I'm from the South.
Wouldn't that be great if you did everything in a Southern accent?
I could. My dad used to tell me that it was very offensive, but I don't think so because this is how people talk in the South. So if you think it's offensive, you're just ashamed of yourself. That's how I feel. Butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
Pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. Don't ever talk like that again.
Yes, sir.
PC.
Yes, PC. Oh, that's right, PC. So what do we got?
Go for it.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Start it off.
All right. Sprout fans. Sorry. Oof.
What?
Sprout Francis.
Sprout Francis.
Say that fast 3 times.
Is it Francis Sprout or Sprout Francis?
Sprout Francis.
Okay.
Say it fast 3 times.
Sprout Francis. Sprout Francis. That's as fast as I can say it.
That's as fast as words come out.
Yes. I can say it louder if you want. I can do it with a voice, but I can't say it any faster.
No. All right, Sprout Francis. I'm from Jamaica and I have an interview at the embassy in a couple of weeks. Just wanted to know, after the interview, do I have to pay a fee again to get my green card or not?
Yes.
Tell him.
I'm sorry. Yes. You have to pay a fee. They're going to give you a website to go online, and it's $185, and you do it. It's very simple, and then they mail you the green card when you get to America.
Syed wants to know, hi Brad, how are you? You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
He says, I have a asylee status since 2004. I applied for my green card in 2005, but they held my application because it was terrorism-related inadmissible ground. INA 212A 3B. I'm a beneficiary in my wife's asylum application. She's a U.S. citizen. I've seen lawyers that can help others, but no one has helped me. What can I do? Love, Syed.
Syed, we love you, but you got to prove you're not a terrorist. Okay, whether your wife's a U.S. citizen or not, for whatever reason, immigration thinks you're a bad dude, or you're possibly a bad dude. So I don't have the answer for you, but you make a consultation and we'll figure it out. Nobody's, by the way, saying just because your name is Syed that you're a terrorist. I'm just saying, you just asked the question. I just want to make this clear. I got to be PC about this.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I got to be PC about this, right? Okay, you asked the question and you said 203, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That means that immigration's claiming that you're a terrorist or potentially have ties to terrorism. You got to prove you don't. You have the burden. So make an appointment. We'll go through your file. We'll figure it out. Take it from there. Okay, if we have to sue the government, we'll sue them. You may end up, you only want to sue them if you're in the right, but maybe we'll end up having to sue them.
Hey now, that's money.
It's money to pay me to do that, but yeah, it's something called Administrative Procedures Act. They just can't Just they got to make it. They got to do something eventually.
Right. There's got to be a reason, right?
Yeah, right. They got to present the reason. What is the reason?
I like it.
Right. It's been 10 years already. You got to tell me why you think I'm a terrorist.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm here
and that's
for it.
fair. I feel like that's not an
unfair,
unreasonable request.
Right.
I don't think so either.
But meanwhile, he's here in America, so they haven't deported him or anything.
Right.
Right.
And there are secret terrorism courts.
There's secret terrorism courts?
Yeah, where you would go and everything is a big secret because the government has to present evidence that may be classified on why this person should be removed.
Wow.
There's such a thing.
Wow.
There is such a thing.
That sounds I feel like it's held in a very big atrium.
I don't know because
with,
I've never actually done it. I just know it exists.
It exists.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So I have a question. This is actually from one of my friends. Vashti. Vashti Victoria.
Is she as attractive as your sister?
She's actually gorgeous.
She's more attractive than your sister?
You want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, can you see?
The thumbnail, she is.
I'm going to start, by the way, I got to start. Why are you hanging out with all these beautiful women?
Yeah. I have good-looking friends, family. Look at her.
Oh my goodness
Let me see.
She's an Instagram model. We're not going to be able to show any of you guys this, but she's actually gorgeous.
Okay, enough looking at my friends.
Now I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm bashful. Now I'm waiting.
Drool.
Yeah.
Vashti, they love you. They love you.
Now wait a minute. Now you're just gonna go. My friend's hot, right? That's what you said about my sister.
My friend's hot.
She gets off the phone with his sister. He goes, "My sister's hot, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." So now I was every time he's gonna show me a picture, my friend's hot. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, sir. She actually just got
congratulations.
Engaged.
What? Engaged.
Yeah. But I have a question.
And now some guy's gonna be at my door. What you talking about, Excuse me.
Gotta get used to it. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
All right, gotta get
All
used
right,
to
guys. So she wants to know if you have a dual citizenship, especially or specifically for Mexico and the U.S., are there any noted benefits or drawbacks, particularly given the current Cheeto in office?
The benefits are you get to live in both countries for the rest of your life if you choose to. So the benefit is when you go to Mexico, they welcome you home. Hello, welcome back home. And when you come to America, they welcome you back to America. Hello, welcome back to America. The only downside is you got to pay tax. If you decide you want to go back and live in Mexico because of the Cheeto in the office. I never heard him called the Cheeto before.
Well, he looks like a Cheeto puff.
He's a Cheeto puff?
Yeah.
To me, he looks like a big orange. Like a big navel orange.
He kind of looks like the skin would just flake off.
Maybe.
Like Cheetos.
But I like Cheetos. But I like Cheetos.
Well,
so
have you seen Austin Powers, the gold member one?
No.
Where
I like oranges too.
When he takes out his skin.
He takes a piece of
so the point is there's actually all the benefit. You get all the benefits of being a Mexican citizen and an American citizen. The only downside is if you say, okay, one day I never want to come back to America. This Cheeto has annoyed the hell out of me. I never want to see America again. I'm going to live in Mexico. You'll never see me in America again. You're still paying taxes in America on income you're earning in Mexico. That's the only downside. The plus side is you go to Mexico, you get welcomed home as a Mexican, and when you come back to America, you get welcomed home as an American. I think it's a plus. Downside is taxes.
Got it.
Speaking of taxes, that's a perfect segue, Brad. Jay Carter got an ITIN number.
Right.
But he doesn't really understand what it's for. He says, I know I shouldn't work because I don't have a work permit, but I heard that they're going to tax me anyway, $150 per year just because I have the ITIN number. And how can I claim taxes with an ITIN number if I'm not even allowed to work? I don't understand anything.
Just because you work out of status doesn't mean you don't have to pay taxes. So that's the first thing you have to understand. Whether you work and you're legal, whether you work and you're out of status, whether you work and you have a social security number and out of status, whether you work and you have a social security number and you're in status, whether you work and you're in status but don't have a social security number, any one of those combinations. If you work, you have to pay taxes. If you're breathing and working, you have to pay taxes. Now, there are people who are out of status and the U.S. government won't give them a social security number. They've worked out of status, but they still want to try to follow the law the best they can. That's why you have a tax identification number. It is in substitute of a social security number to allow you to pay a tax return. Period. End of story.
All right. And White, She wants to know. So my daughter overstayed her green card for 6 years. She entered the USA last week, and they gave her the option to relinquish her green card or get deported back to the UK.
We talked about this person.
Did we?
Yes.
When?
And I said she has a problem because she was giving birth.
Yeah.
That's right.
She was due.
She's due.
In 6 weeks.
Yes, you're not listening.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's a lot of questions.
It's a lot of questions.
Give you another one. I got
Give me another one.
I got
You got
another one.
one.
For you. All right.
Right.
See, I'm look. Stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. All right, Lillian Smith. If you're married to an American and if you're only on a temporary green card, what's the option to petition a 21-year-old son who's holding a B1, B2 visa and out of the country?
If you have a temporary conditional green card, the day you get your conditional green card, you can file for your son. It is a conditional green card. It's not a I can't file for anybody green card. You're just conditional for 2 years. But you can certainly put in the I-130. The day you get it, you don't have to be a permanent resident to file for your son. So the answer is file the I-130 for your son.
Lawrence has a whopper of a question. You know how I feel about that word, Brad?
Whopper.
It's a whopper of a question.
Makes me hungry. Right? That's what. When you say whopper, okay, it can mean a lot of things, but it makes me hungry.
You like I'm not a burger.
I like
king.
I am a burger man.
I am a burger.
I'm a man. I'm a man, and I like burgers. That's what men do.
Burgers are fantastic.
Yes.
Burger King burgers.
I actually like the Whopper.
I don't mind the Whopper.
Okay.
I like the Whopper. I like the Big Mac. I like the quarter pounder.
Ooh, I like
the
Big Mac.
Wendy's double burger.
The Baconator.
I like the Baconator.
Yeah.
I like the Shake Shack burger.
Oh yeah, I had Shake Shack.
Shake Shack burger.
It is a small.
Yeah, but if you get the double with all the toppings on it, it ain't so small.
Yeah.
Nothing tops an In-N-Out burger from California.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know.
Yes,
I've never been there. The only thing I will not eat is White Castle.
That's fair. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Right. I won't eat White Castle.
Lawrence then has a Big Mac of a question.
A Big Mac of a question.
So Lawrence is from Nigeria and came to the United States in 2014. Overstayed his visa, but got married last year and was about to file for his green card with his wife, but he got a DUI. So then they handled the DUI. He had the help of an attorney. He was suspended from driving for 8 months. And once that's over, he has to install a device in his car when his suspension is over for a year. 3 months later, so last month, after they settled it, he got a letter in the mail from the same police department that arrested him on the DUI charge, now saying that they're going to charge him with possession of cocaine and crack, about 3 grams. My immigration attorney said that now we need to wait until this case is resolved before we can send in my papers. I was only ever arrested the one time. Why wouldn't they go ahead and charge me with that when they first arrested me? I don't understand what's happening. Please help.
You need a criminal defense attorney.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, yeah. You need first of all, I never heard of, they sent me a letter in the mail and said, oh, by the way, now I'm going to...
Now we're charging you with this?
I don't know. That just sounds a little odd, but okay, maybe it happened. But you need a good criminal defense attorney. If it happens in New York or New Jersey, call us. We have fantastic criminal defense attorneys here. David Moreno, Paul Hirsch, Jacob Hudnut. But you need a good criminal defense attorney. You're asking me why the police are charging you with more crimes? Because that's what the first thing I learned in law school.
Are you wondering whether it's the first thing you actually...
It's actually the second thing. I was wondering. Exactly. You know how my mind works. The second thing I learned in law school was that a grand jury could indict a ham sandwich, meaning that anyone can charge you, anyone can charge you, and this is true, meaning, they like bring all young lawyers and like, listen, you can be charged with anything, okay? Police can charge you with anything, grand juries can indict a ham sandwich, you could be charged the book for anything. It's you as a lawyer, or as a budding lawyer, now I'm a lawyer, it's you as a lawyer who has to go into court and defend your client and say these charges are not true.
Yeah.
So you're asking me why the police charged you? Well, you know what? A grand jury would indict a ham sandwich. That's what my law professor said. Because
they can.
Okay? Because they can. Now you got to go defend yourself. You need a good criminal defense attorney.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come to the winning team, guys.
Yes.
All right. I have one from Asha. So if you overstay your visa or is your visiting visa, and get married to a U.S. resident, can he file for me, and how long will it take?
He can file for you. It'll take about 1.5 to 2 years. If you've overstayed your time and he's not a citizen, you would do a provisional waiver, go home and come back. But it's a completely different process being married to a permanent resident and having him file for you. It's like going to the In-N-Out Burger if you're a permanent resident versus going to Shake Shack if you're a citizen. Completely different process. Just completely different process. Citizen, you're filing an adjustment to get your green card here. If you've overstayed and married to a permanent resident, you're filing an I-130, then a provisional waiver, going home and coming back. But the answer is yes, you can get a green card, just different process. All right, one question each, and then we got to get to comments of the day.
Okay, so Kazreen wants to know, in the state of Florida, is same-sex marriages treated the same as regular marriages in regards to filing for my wife who isn't a U.S. citizen? I am.
Yes. Same-sex marriages, it's around the country. It's legal. It's in all 50 states. So the Immigration Service is going to call you in for an interview, and you got to prove it's a bona fide marriage. So what is a bona fide marriage? You live together, you share the same life, and you have a financially dependent relationship on each other. So you pay all the bills together, and all the money that comes in goes into the same bank account. So you participate in the gains of the marriage, meaning you and your spouse put all your money together, you pool it together, and then out of that pool of money, you pay all your bills. So that's sharing the financial relationship, the gains and losses, and they're going to ask you questions about your living arrangements. Do you, at the end of the day, share the same pillow or share the same bed or have two pillows next to each other, shared or touching, whatever it is? Those are the questions they're going to ask. Do you live together? Do you have a financial relationship? Whether it's same-sex marriage or traditional marriage, it's the same thing.
Awesome. All right, my last one from Valo Don. Hello, good day. So, question is, if your I-601A waiver is approved, is your immigrant visa guaranteed?
The provisional waiver we're talking about? No, you still have to go and be eligible for the green card. The I-601A is the provisional waiver, so what's guaranteed is you won't have a 10-year bar if you leave the country. But maybe you have a criminal record. Maybe you've committed fraud. Maybe they don't believe it's a good marriage or whatever the relationship may be. Maybe you go to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, you ever smoke weed in your life? Yep, I smoke every day. Just smoked right before I came in. Guess what? You're a drug abuser. They're going to deny you. So there's lots of reasons why you could still be denied, but certainly getting the I-601A provisional waiver, and we are interrupted, is certainly, we are interrupted, is certainly the way to go. And now, moment of the day.
Moment of the day goes to the entire Brad squad.
Why?
Brad, you have trained them so well. Today, they spent their entire day repeating almost exactly at the same time what you would say. You guys would say it at the same time. So when Anne was like, am I going to need a lawyer for that? You and Vakisha at the same time said, you're asking a lawyer that?
Right.
Whenever you said, whoa there, 3 interviews, why? Deborah Gale said, 3 interviews for citizenship, that's crazy.
Correct.
They also understand your services as a lawyer, Brad.
Yes.
Because all of them today were like, too much time, send him a check, this is officially a consultation.
Correct.
So we have trained.
We have trained them very well.
So well. Well done, Brad Squad.
All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?